I was thinking about 10 years and just kind of the path that this has taken me at Lucas Group, and the gratitude I have for every single moment that I have been here. And I feel like, Miss Nancy, I owe it all to you for getting me started on my path. I was just getting ready to move out to Denver, and I was doing some networking, because that's what recruiters do. And I got this horrific, I mean, absolutely horrible voicemail. Do you remember that, Nancy? It was horrible. And you called me back because you said it was so bad you had to talk to the person that left that voicemail. That's how bad it was. And I thought I was going to get a job in medical sales because I was recruiting in Omaha and was kind of over it. And Nancy said, no, you don't want to get into medical sales. You want to work at Lucas Group. And I thought to myself, okay. I had many interviews out in Denver. And I thought, it doesn't work out, I'll just place myself. I'll leave them with some money and I'll place myself. And so, it's working out, it's fine. It's totally fine. And so I came out here, and at that time, gosh, we were tiny. It was Lisa and Tanya and Mike, and then 2 people in contract. Yeah. And I remember meeting with Lisa and meeting with Tanya and thinking, I could work with these ladies, and meeting Mike, who is no longer at Lucas Group, and thinking this is a good place for me to continue in recruiting. And so I was thinking about, gosh, just how fast all of that goes. In 10 years, I've had 2 babies. They're my little life sparks. My Miles, who's 6, and my Patrick, who's 2.5. We've grown this team of awesome women. And maybe it's kind of a joke, but it's not, because these ladies are fierce, they're competitive, they're honest, they're supportive. I mean, sometimes y'all just drive me nuts if I'm being real honest, but that's what a good team is about, right? We push each other, and you don't just play nice to be nice. And so I think we're better because we're honest with each other, and we want each other to grow and to succeed. And I was thinking about why I'm still at Lucas Group, because my pattern was kind of every 2.5 years. Seemed about right. I'd move on, I'd kind of reflect, and then I'd move on. I never once stopped to think, it's time for me to leave Lucas Group. The only thing I thought to myself is, what's going to happen next year? What's going to happen next week? And then, you know, I went to my first President's Club meeting and had just a blast. I started to experience when you've never been to one before, just kind of that magical moment of, how does this really affect people the way they say it does? And then here I am 10 years later, not life-changing, but the gratitude I have for the people in this room, for my team, for Tanya, and for Lisa, and for Jess, and for Lauren, for Michelle, you're over there somewhere. For those people that are back in Denver, Mary, Lauren, Ashley, Katie, even some that have moved on, y'all have been part of my life, and you've been part of my moments, and this year was kind of a tough one for me, and thanks for hanging in there with me. I appreciate it. And that's why I'm here. I didn't have a company that said, you gotta get it together, you gotta move on. I worked for a company that said, we'll get through it. How can I help? What can I do? And it's really rare to find an organization that supports you in good times and bad. I'm married to Lucas Group, probably am. And then I have this amazing boss, Andy. I have a lot to be thankful for with you. You tell it like it is with me, and I think I need that. You push me, even when I think I'm pushing myself. I have 2 mentors. I have 2 mentors in my career. The first is Mary Grace. She's on play with Lucas Group, and the second is you. So Mary Grace taught me not to be apologetic for who you are. Woman, man, not to be apologetic for who you are. And Andy taught me how to be a great leader, an emotionally intuitive leader, a person who really cares about their team. And not because it's their job, it's because it's just like, you know, kind of sits in your heart. And so years in, I'm excited for another 10. And I just want to thank y'all. I have just tremendous gratitude. And there are people in here that I probably haven't mentioned and won't, but there's lots. There's lots of you that have kind of left an imprint on me, and I appreciate it. And I hope that I get to listen to many more 10-year anniversary speeches.